Good evening. We are going to get started here. It's okay for us to take some food in here. I talked with the trustees of this church building about this, and they asked us to avoid red sauce. So, we should be good. Thank you for coming. I'm Rebecca Abbott. I'm the president of the Oak Street Foundation, and the other current board members are Sarah Goslee Reed, there we go, and Noelle Jordan in the back there. So thank you so much for coming. I'm going to talk very briefly about the Oak Street Foundation, about why sun ovens, and then what you should expect tonight, and then we'll get started with the music. And first of all, I wanted to thank Mulberry Church for hosting this. Thank you so much. We're so happy to be here. Also, thank you to our caterers. Simona Moore made the beautiful cookies. Simona has a home-based business. She also makes wonderful sourdough. When we get sourdough from her, my children stop eating any other food that I prepare them until that loaf is gone. And then Chef Megan, she could not be here tonight, but she is going to watch this. We are recording this tonight of Megan's food truck. She did that beautiful antipasto platter. And the apple bread. The apple bread is made with apples from my garden that are from the white pearmain tree, which is the oldest known English apple. It appeared around AD 1100. Isn't that amazing? We've got one of those trees right here in Mount Vernon, and I make as many things as possible from those apples and share them with the community. So hope you enjoy that. All right, Oak Street Foundation. We got started to promote community resilience and environmental sustainability to help people right now lower their power bills by using sun and water, earth and air, all natural resources, and also have continuity of good practices, good habits, good skills if there were an emergency. Several years ago, I was rather disturbed to read an article about executives in Silicon Valley who were buying massive tracts of land in New Zealand and keeping private jet planes fueled and staffed, ready to go, in case something happens to our satellite system. Because they knew better than anyone else that they had built the entire American economy now on a working satellite system. That is how we get our groceries at the grocery store, is functioning GPS. The satellite system is under attack. That's why Space Force was founded. And I was very disturbed at this idea that these executives' best idea was to turn tail and run and leave everybody else to struggle through whatever happens. It didn't seem like a very neighborly concept and a very healthy concept. So Noelle and Sarah and I thought, well, what can we do about this? Whatever we do, it has to be local. It has to start local, and it has to stay local. Organizing an organization like this by county makes an awful lot of sense. And the kinds of products and the kinds of skills that we help people acquire need to be not just functional, but they need to be beautiful. If you stick something together with tinfoil and plastic and gum and then shove it at somebody, not only is it not going to hold up, but they're just not going to use it. And it has to, the kinds of products that we have to help people get have to be things that can be used now and not wait for an emergency. So the first item that we are hoping to get into people's hands is sun ovens. That's a sun oven. That's the real Starr here. That is my own personal sun oven that I just bought. I'm figuring out how it works. It is really neat. You can ask me questions about that afterwards. They're terribly expensive. The money you give tonight probably is not going to purchase even one sun oven. The company will give us discounts for groups of 10 or more. What we're hoping to do is work like crazy on getting grants to buy lots of these sun ovens. And so most of the money you're giving tonight goes towards administrative costs, towards helping us get those grants. We're a registered 501c3. We're also registered, boy, I forget what they call it, Noel, something with the state of Ohio about safe charity organization. We did some kind of training. So we're accountable to people for how we spend the money. Thank you so much for investing in this. We will be getting the sun ovens into the hands of lower income residents first, and trying to reduce the gap between haves and have-nots. There are 4 ways that you can help right now. One is you can become a monthly contributor to the Oak Street Foundation. The website is set up for monthly donations, even something as small as $6 a month. That helps a lot. Also, it actually helps us get grants. Organizations who give grants want to see how many current supporters you have, even if you're just giving this much. That really helps. Number 2, we need more board members. We're especially looking for people to help with grant writing. We are figuring things out by ourselves just fine, but it would be nice to have some more people experienced in that. We're looking for somebody to help with legal advice. We do not want to be sued if anybody ever gets hurt using a sun oven or a raised bed or what have you. And we're looking for somebody to help with the website. An MVNU student got us started with that. I have been figuring it out by myself. I don't want to figure out any more of it by myself. All right, so monthly contributions, some board members. If you can afford it, if you can buy a sun oven yourself and any of the other projects that we suggest, if you can get that for yourselves, that helps everybody around you. You can be an example for everybody around you. I'm starting to use my sun oven already and hoping to incorporate that more and more into my everyday life. And finally, tonight, if you can stick around, you can help put this platform back together. We had to move the baptismal font and swing this organ around. The organ did not want to be swung around. There were lots of creaks and groans. All right. Thank you so much for coming. Sarah Goslee Reed is going to open. And she'll do about 5 songs or so on acoustic guitar, and then I will continue on organ. Sarah.
Well, thank you all for being here. This is very exciting to have an audience. You know, when you start out an organization and it's, you know, it's in its very beginning stages, it's kind of like planting a garden. You know, you have a little seed and you put it out there and you don't know if it's going to sprout or if it does sprout, if it's going to live or grow or how big it will get. There's no, you know, you just don't know. So having some people show up tonight just, you know, makes me really happy to think that we're actually going to get this off the ground. And this first song is called Mystery, and it is about, oddly enough, an oak table in my house that came from a big oak tree, just like the Oak Street Foundation. strong through years of sun and snow. Maybe hit by lightning, maybe felled by wind. Surely there was thunder when it cracked within. Two planks to reach across you.
You want to lower that stand, Sarah, so we can see your face?
Yes, I wasn't supposed to. You did that, yeah, because you're so tall. Very good, very good. That's fine. Now you can all see the rest of me instead of just the top of my head. So there is I love trees, I love nature, which is one of the reasons I really like this whole foundation, and I believe in it with all my heart. There is a man whose name is Gordon Hempton, and he travels around the country and records places that are silent from the noise of airplanes, lawnmowers, leaf blowers, all that stuff. And he found a place in the Olympic National Forest in Washington, and that you can go and you stand in this little spot in the middle of these huge, huge trees and lots of moss and lichens and all those cool things. And it's called 1 Square Inch of Silence. And my husband and I were there once, and I didn't know about this, but I read about it in the National Wildlife Federation magazine, and I was like, oh, I've been there. That's so cool. And when we were there, there's, the moss, the lichens, the ground, it's squishy, and everything is just so soft and green, and it smells good. So I wrote this little song. It's called 1 Square Inch of Silence, and I'm going to make noise to sing it. It's sort of, one of those sort of oxymoron things, Furnace clicks, airplane thrums, overhead fluorescent light bulbs hum. Mow the lawn, blow the leaves, squeaky wheels need some grease. Dogs bark, baby cries, fridge and washer chime in their reply. Swish, buzz, ding, computer phone. How I long to be alone in 1 square inch of silence. The smell of earth is on the breeze, where the still and quiet covers me, the green and mossy blanket on the trees. 1 square inch of peace. Well, it's gotten cool at night, and a couple nights ago, I could hear the katydids and the crickets, even in the middle of the night, because I had my window open. They're about done. They're about silent, just like that song. But, you know, if we get a nice warm night, you'll still maybe be able to hear them again. And I love the katydids. When they come out in the summer, the first time I hear them, I get so excited. I almost turn cartwheels, but I think my cartwheel days are over. But my husband will tell you I get really excited. I was like, oh, I heard them, did you hear them? He goes, what are you talking about? In my bed last night, just as it got dark, a most curious sound at my ears. What was outside came inside and began to play a tune I hadn't heard in years. The firefly stood on the edge of my sill, wearing coattails, baton in the air. He lit up the downbeat so all could see the insect orchestra was there. Katie, oh Katie, play me the song you did when summer turns into fall. Katie, oh Katie, Katie, oh Katie, play me the Katydid Waltz. There were crickets on woodwinds and locusts on brass, mosquitoes and gnats on the strings. The percussion section was katydids. They played a waltz, 1, 2, 3 with their wings. They oomped and scritched for hours until the wee hours of the morning were near. I may have been dreaming, but tonight all my friends will be gathered at my window to hear. Katie, oh Katie, play me the song you did when summer turns into fall. Katie, oh Katie, Katie, oh Katie, play me the Katydid Waltz. Katie, oh Katie, play me the song you did when summer turns into fall. Katie, oh Katie, Katie, oh Katie, play me the Katydid Waltz. Thank you. Okay, you are at a concert with a folk singer, so you know you took the, you made the decision that you might have to sing along, and I know as time goes on, other people will be singing, right, Rebecca? Aha, yes, so you see, good thing you had a little something to drink to wet your whistle. And this song is called Garden of Plenty, and there is a little chorus for you. And it goes like this. We will plant our garden, turn the ground into plenty. We will plant our garden, and from one there will be 20. So when that comes around again, just remember, just saying we will plant a couple of times and you'll be fine. Reach our hands up toward heaven, touch the blue and blazing sky, gently walk through the forest, brush the branches of trees so high. Here you go. go. We will plant our garden, turn the ground into plenty. We will plant our garden, and from one there will be 20. Breathe the sweet air of the mountains, feel the rain upon our face, join our hands at the table, share our harvest with love and grace. Here we go. We will plant our garden, turn the ground into plenty. We will plant our garden, and from one there will be 20. One more time. We will plant our garden, turn the ground into plenty. We will plant our garden, and from one there will be 20, and from one we'll all have plenty. Wow, that was lovely. So from one there will be 20, that line came from a mission trip that I was on, where this man grew the most amazing potatoes I've ever seen. They were the size of grapefruit and had the thinnest skins, and I've never had such good mashed potatoes in my life. And his statement was that for every pound you get 20. I'm not sure that that's really true, but it was nice because it rhymed, with plenty, and that's the whole idea. One more song, and you were great. I think that you're almost as good as the first graders in Knox County. Every year I play the Yes concert for the first graders, and there are 700 of them roughly who almost fill the Memorial Theater. And boy, when they sing along, it is wild. I think the roof of the theater might come off. So you're right up there. You're good. And this one is the title of this is Walk with the Wind. It comes from a book by John Lewis. The title of the book is Walking with the Wind, and he tells an amazing story, which is, well, his whole book is an amazing story of his life as a civil rights worker and a congressman for many years. And so the chorus, there's another sing-along. Imagine that. It goes like this. Walk with the wind, children, walk with the wind. When the storm is rumbling across this land, join your hands together and begin. Walk with the wind, oh, children. When darkness comes and you're afraid, you feel like running away, find another's hand, hold it tight, lift your face to the light, and then sing with me. Walk with the wind, children, walk with the wind. When the storm is rumbling across this land, join your hands together and begin. Walk with the wind, oh, ground shifts under your feet. Your house is drifting in the street. Nothing comes but good trouble when you take the hands of a friend. Walk with the wind, children, walk with the wind. When the storm is rumbling across this land, join your hands together and begin. Walk with the wind, oh children. Have compassion and willful stubbornness. Be patient and resist. Let your pilot light forever burn. Don't leave this earth without doing your turn. Walk with the wind, children, walk with the wind. When the storm is rumbling across this land, join your hands together and begin. Walk with the wind, oh children. Walk with the wind, oh children. And now for Rebecca. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sarah. Jim, I'm going to throw you a curveball. What I'd like to do is use this mic instead of constantly taking the mic out of the little stand there by the organ when I need to talk with people. Is that okay? Okay, he's giving me a thumbs up. He's a very accommodating sound band. Thank you, Jim. Okay. The first song here is How Did I Miss the Spring? You know, sometimes catastrophes happen, but sometimes, as J.R.R. Tolkien wrote, catastrophes happen. You here is spelled E-U. It's the Greek prefix meaning good. Sometimes, even when we are toiling away and doing our part and not seeing a lot of difference, sometimes something wonderful breaks in upon us and changes everything. That is what this song is about. And I would like to invite Courtney DeCoskey to sing this with me. Can we welcome Courtney? I'm so excited. I've never gotten to sing with Courtney before. I've accompanied her in the past. She has a lovely voice. And when I'd written this song for myself as a solo, and when she said she'd sing with me, I thought, well, maybe I better write her a part. So I wrote her a pretty line. I gave her some of my favorite lines out of the song, and I said, now, Courtney, I've written something kind of artsy here. And if you don't have time to practice this, or if it's too difficult, let me know. And we'll just tone it down and keep it simple. No. She is doing it exactly the way I wrote it. Thank you so much. Really excited. All right. Jim, when I set this down, would you turn it off as my arm moves so there's not a big funk thing? I've tried memorizing organ songs before, but there are so many different changes of registration, changes of sounds on an organ, that it is really not practical. So here we go.
Quietly waited, breathing, loving, begrudging the gray, accepting, resting. When will the shoots break the frozen soil? When will the cold recede?
Sat in my corner, breathing, loving, preparing to pray, awaking, sleeping.
When will the warmth clear the window pane?
When will the small bird sing?
I stepped outside to glorious summer, heady the air, full scented the trees, green and calling and ripe was the garden, sunlight and starlight and dawn's passing breeze. Where did it come from, this vast new creation, richer and fuller than aught I have seen? Long was I waiting, thought I was watching. How did I miss the spring? Learned in all signs,
Teaching,
loving,
debating the light,
challenging.
yielding.
Now is the fullness I knew in dreams. Here is the crown of joy. I stepped outside to glorious summer, heady the air, full scented the trees, green and calling and ripe was the garden, sunlight and starlight and dawn's passing breeze. Where did it come from, this vast new creation, richer and fuller than aught I have seen? Long was I waiting and thought I was watching. How did I miss the spring?
Well, the Oak Street Foundation got its name from the oak tree. That is a tree with very, very venerable roots, so to speak, in mythology and in religion. And it is known, in fact, it comes back again and again in the Grimm's fairy tales. It is known for having very, very deep roots, for being one of the last trees that can be uprooted in a storm. And also, for providing shelter and all kinds of good things to all of the creatures and other plants around it. Those are the kinds of people we want to be. The Bible talks about oaks of righteousness planted in the Lord. Ooh. The oak tree also figures very prominently in mythology, and it inspires us with its image and with the stories in which it is found. C.S. Lewis wrote about mythology being gleams of glory that give us glimpses of how the world is and of deeper truths, deeper than we can come up with ourselves. He said that mythology, the stories we tell ourselves and the stories we receive, mythology speaks to three parts inside of each of us. It speaks to the child, it speaks to the poet, and it speaks to the savage. I thought, oh, thank you, Mr. Lewis. That's a song.
You sing with the child in me, and thrill me until I ask, how can this be? You sing with the poet in me, entwining a line, then setting it free. These gleams fall down on me. These gleams in me. You sing with the savage in me, and pour out yourself into my history. We unlock the stories and focus the gleams till the child nestles in each of our dreams. Though poets may fathom what all of this means, I know I'm one when I'm with you. No locks when I'm with you. You called out my selves and sang me to freedom. Lovely old souvenirs, these still shining keys.
Thank you. Isn't that fun when the organ really gets going? Woo! All right. Now, we are going to try something that I heard somebody do once, so I'm 100% sure that it's possible, but I've never done this in a live situation before. So we're going to build a song. And, if it goes really well, then it's copyright 2025 Rebecca Abbott, and it goes online. And if it doesn't go well, then that's our little secret. All right. And so the way we're going to do this is we start with a prompt. Oak Street Foundation is a very community-minded organization. We want to be able to help each other. And so I'd like you to think for a moment. I'm going to walk up and hand somebody the mic if you raise your hand. I'd like you to think for a moment about a time when you were in trouble. Now remember, this might go online, so don't say anything. Don't say anything that you wouldn't want other people to hear. Sometime when you were in trouble or in an emergency, okay, and somebody helped you out. Think about that. Tell a little story. Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to raise their hand. Oh, well, Sarah, all right. There you go. I'll hold the mic. Okay? Yeah.
I want to hold the mic. Okay. Okay, when my children were, I had 2 kids, and they were young. One was a baby, and one was probably 3. And I was driving home, and it was late at night, and I got a flat tire on the highway in Akron, and I had to pull off the ramp and just into a neighborhood, and I had a flashlight, but I had 2 kids in car seats in the back seat, and I didn't know what to do, and so I decided I would go knock on a door, and I had this flashlight, and somebody, I don't know where they came from, they came up to me really quickly and said, if you walk around here with a flashlight, you're going to get shot, because they'll think you're trying to, rob the house. And I was like, oh, God, well, I just need help with my tire. And this nice person helped change my tire so I could get home. And it was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was. Wow. Glad you're still with us, Sarah. Oh, gosh. Now we don't need to top that with a story. It's all right if somebody has a tamer story here. Anybody else? It'd be a really short song if there's only one story. Oh, you want to hold it? I sort of felt like.
Okay. That kind of reminded me of a time about 50 years ago. Carol and I were going from Ohio over to Indiana. We were going along 70, and my car quit. It reminded me of you. The car quit, and it ran out of gas. And I looked over, we were out, and there was a large field and a farmhouse about 1/8 of a mile or further. And so I walked over there, figuring that the farmers had a big gas tank in their farms. And sure enough, they did. And so he put some of the gas in his container and walked out to the car with me, sitting on the side of the road, and put enough in, maybe 5 gallons or so, that I was able to get on and make it, and we were very happy.
I bet you were happy. Thank you so much for sharing that. I actually almost ran out of gas once, but fortunately I was close to the McFarland llama farm. And I stopped by, and Cindy Ruckman had gas for me. That's scary. And also, well, poor planning on my part, but I won't say anything about you. Okay, thank you. 2 stories is enough because I'm scared enough as it is. So we're going to put the mic down and give me a minute to collect the thoughts here, okay? All right. Oh, John, what time of day was that? Sarah's was at night.
It was getting on towards evening.
Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, that's giving me an idea. All right, so when you build a song on an organ, it's a little bit different from building a song on a piano. With a piano, you start, well, what they call noodling, like just messing around, and you've got like the lower register or the middle register or the higher register. But on an organ, you have to start with colors. And so I'm starting with some soft pedal sounds, because we don't know yet quite how the song's going to build, and we don't want the pedal to kind of overwhelm it right from the beginning, right? So soft will go with almost anything. There's 3 different, these are called manuals, 3 different manuals here. And I'm giving kind of basic sound to that one. And for the middle manual will do something a little bit different, not such a shimmery sound, but more of a solid sound here. And then for this lower manual, we're going to give that kind of a light and fluty sound, all right? And I'm going to keep this really, really simple so I don't lose my place.
It was an unexpected twilight on an ordinary day. I had run out of gas and I didn't know what to say. There were jagged words within me, and
I don't know the next line.
And there was no station to pay, but you were there. That made the difference on an ordinary day. It was an unexpected evening in an ordinary town. I was waving my flashlight and was told to keep it down. Children were in the back seat. They were scared to make a sound, but you were there. That made the difference in an ordinary town. And a dry and barren land. We pray for rain like showers, that we all bloom where we stand. This is an unexpected evening, with surprises still in store. We walk in beauty, hear it calling, poured out and always more. You were there on an ordinary day.
Thank you so much. Not going to try that again for several months. What's that? Thank you. All right. Back to something I'm a little more comfortable with. The next couple songs here, I think of those as kind of a set. This first one is a little bit of an homage to Cole Porter. I call it As a Matter of Fact. And it is about a troubled relationship. All of our relationships are troubled on some level or other. We all just forgive each other and move on. It's about a troubled relationship. And then the second song, I won't tell you too much about in advance, but it's kind of an answer, like a part B to the first. As a matter of fact, I did. As a matter of fancy, I do. Chances are good we'll be misunderstood. Chances are grand I'll be blue. Do 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 do. As a matter of fancy, I did. As a matter of fact, I still do. Call me a loony, just come home to me. Call me a ride, I'll meet you. Do 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 do. Question the root of it all. Question the deed and the gall. Question the fruit and the outcome, the end. Question the loving, are we still friends? Do 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 do.
are better and worse. Here is our blessing and curse. Bitter and sweet, still incomplete. Mattering heals, well, it hurts. Do, 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 do. Thank you. Our second to last song of tonight, I am just delighted to welcome another musician here, Lily Kostraba. I just met her on Saturday. I heard that she graduated from the Cincinnati Conservatory of Music with a master's degree in violin performance. And she was looking for work. Oh, so, if any of you know anybody who needs a violin teacher or something like that, I'm sure Lily would be very happy to talk with you. We pulled this together for tonight just at 6 o'clock. Just a little over 2 hours ago. She came up with her own lines. I did not write them out for her. I am thrilled. This is a treat to have Lily here. Let's welcome her again. Do you want to tune again, or are you tuned? All right. Let's get you a softer sound on this organ, though, for tuning. All right. About this. All good? Yeah. Okay. Wow, isn't that something? Aren't you glad she moved to town? All right. Our final song tonight is something of an anthem. I would like to invite Sarah Goslee Reed back. Woo! All right, yes, insist. And also, Mayor Matt Starr. Woo! And Jim, would you put the screen down now and pop those words up there, because the first part of this is in Latin, and you are not expected to understand everything right away. Right away, you notice I said right away. All right. The original Latin text is by Saint Augustine. The English translation there, I'm going to read to you, since you cannot do good to all. Pay attention to those who by accident of time, place, circumstance are brought into closer connection with you. Those words mean so much to me. I bought some shiny silver paint, and at great cost to my shoulders, I stenciled them around the entire ceiling of my living room. It gives me great hope that we all bloom where we are planted and do what God gives us to do, what we see at hand, rather than just fret and worry about all the great problems in the world, which we can't do anything about. So, Sarah and I have been doing this for a couple years now as a duet. Matt and I will be singing the Latin part deliberately as an anthem, very nobly and heroically. And then Sarah will be singing the English translation more conversationally, bringing it out of the past centuries into our present time. Then we will sing it once together at the same time, Latin and English together. Oh boy, hold your judgment. Just wait how it sounds. And then we're going to ask all of you to sing along. So that's why the words are up there. So let's pay attention. We can do this. Do you want to check the tuning?
Yeah, just give me a B since it's in B.
Sed cum omnibus prodesse non possis, his potissimum consulendum est, qui prologorum et temporum
thank you all so much for coming tonight. We hope you had fun. We hope you help yourselves to more of that wonderful food out in the lobby. We hope you ask questions about sun ovens and that you support the Oak Street Foundation. Thank you.